The possibility of someone you love going missing is very real to me. Because my mom has dementia. If she loses her way, we may not be able to find her.
They may forget the original reason they actually set out. They may become disoriented with the time that may actually lead to them becoming lost if they go out.
That's why I'm in Japan. This is the country with the world's oldest population. Every year, tens of thousands of people with dementia go missing. In response, at least 23 cities here have stepped up, pledging to look out for those with the condition. So if this exact crisis is headed for Singapore, I want to know, how can we build systems that can keep people safe? On a winter night back in 2007, a 91-year-old man walked onto these tracks. He was later struck and killed by an oncoming train. That case threw the issue of missing persons with dementia into the national spotlight. Because the man on the tracks had dementia, and this wasn't the first time he'd wandered off. Just one stop away is Ryuichi Takai's real estate agency. The day his father wandered off, Ryuichi was working in Tokyo, a 4.5-hour drive away. Only his wife and mother were home with his elderly father.
母はうたた寝をしている。で、妻は席を外して別のその段ボールの処理の仕事をしていた。その瞬間に父はいなくなった。これ父のシャツなんですけど、これをですね、父の衣服につけていました。で、これは父がもし帰れなくなったとしても、事故が起こった身分を証明するものは何も持ってないですよね。で、現場で捜査に当たった警察の警部さんがこれを見て、この方は認知症を患っておられる方だということがすぐに分かったということで、この一番下の妻の携帯電話番号に電話をしてきました。
What would you and your family do to prevent him from wandering?
物理的に父を拘束するということは無意味だということを勉強しました。私がこの南京錠でフェンスに鍵をかけて開かないようにしたら、胸まであるところを乗り越えようとする。ですので、閉じ込められる、行動を制約するということは認知症が進むだけなんですね。
After the accident, J.R. Takai sent this to Ryuichi's family. The rail company demanded 7.2 million yen, about 94,000 Singapore dollars in damages. It argued that Ryuichi should have stopped his father from leaving home alone. The case went to court and made national headlines.
世論はもうそれではもうとてもそんな介護をやっておれないということで、私たちもそうでしたし。
As a caregiver to my mother, so my mother has dementia. Oh, sorry, now I'm gonna cry. My old cousin, my mother, she's also lived with dementia for 9 years now. And I guess more and more, when I speak to people who's lost their parents through these sorts of experience, it makes me concerned about, what could happen to her and how I would be able to help her better so that she won't go off wandering, she won't get confused. So I think what I wanted to understand from your point of view is how can we better help the person with dementia to make sure that they are safe?
父を介護している時は腹の立つこともあったんです。この野郎ってもう同じことをもう何回も10回も20回も説明しなくちゃいけない。父を突然失った後考えると、しまったなって、やっぱり認知症のことをですね、もうちょっと自分が勉強しておけばよかった。もう少し父にですね、優しくしてやったらよかったな、どうしてしたら防げたのかなというふうにも思うんですけど。
Japan's Supreme Court eventually threw out the lawsuit against Ryuichi's family. The case was a national reckoning, making Japan realize that protecting people with dementia isn't about locking them away. It's about building a community that watches out for them. In 2024, over 1,400 people with dementia went missing in Hyogo Prefecture. The ones most at risk of getting lost may not even know there are measures in place to keep them safe. What's that Yakult I saw? This is Mariko Kitora. Every day at 9 a.m., she picks up Yakult products to deliver to her customers. I'm going with her to find out what this probiotic drink has got to do with dementia.
今日はよろしくお願いします。制服がありますのでどうぞ。お名前書きましょうね。むなちゃんですね。
You have this orange band here. How come I don't have it?
認知症サポーターとしての研修を受けたからこういうのをつけております。高齢の方が物忘れをしたり認知症になったりすることの少し私たちの知識を得るための研修なんですよ。
Can you show me what you do today?
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。はい、では行きましょうか。
Mariko is part of a network of over 31,000 women across Japan who deliver Yakult to customers' homes, many of whom live alone. But her weekly visits aren't just to drop off these drinks.
おはようございます。違いますよね。認知症と物忘れとはね、結構物忘れもだんだんちょっと増えてきたんですよ。
認知症になりそうって言ったらね、自分でどういう努力したらいいかなと思って、私今草花のね、名前とか、どっから来たとか、そういうのしてるんですよ。
お料理も作られてるんでしょ、ちゃんと。
お母さん炊いて、冷やして。
また教えてくださいね。よっしゃ。ではありがとうございました。また1週間後に参ります。
In Kobe, all Yakult ladies must clock 90 minutes of dementia training, earning them this orange band. That training helps Mariko and her peers recognize signs of dementia through everyday conversations. If customers start showing symptoms, they will alert the local community support center that will step in with dementia-related care.
認知症検査っていうのが来たんですよ。受けられたですか？
いや、一応病院の先生に聞いたら、あんたは大丈夫よって。一応いろんな認知症とかパーキンソンとかあれは気になるからね。
そうですよね。
でも先生に毎月必ず行ってるから。
やっぱりそれって大事ですね。
So this is the third house that we visited this morning, and what I've noticed that for all three houses, Mariko creates this safe space where she also shares her concerns around dementia and letting them feel comfortable enough to share their concerns as well. And what I've noticed is that even when she checks for symptoms of dementia, she's not invasive with the questions. She'll ask things like, do you know how to cook? Do you still cook? So she really broaches the conversations with sensitivity and respect.
ありがとうございました。はい、ありがとうございました。
When you do your house visits, what signs do you look out for to make sure your customers are doing fine?
同じことを何回もおっしゃる方、やっぱり生活の中で自分のことは自分の買い物行ったり、お掃除もだんだん認知症になればお掃除ができなくなるんです。そういうことをやはりもうチェックとしてますね。少しでも気になったら安心窓口として健やかセンターという。
What happens if they're not at home when you come around?
でも実際おられましたね。やっぱり散歩だといつも今日も散歩で行ってはるねんなと思ってたら、それが散歩でなく帰ってこられないヤクルトの会社にも連絡が入りまして、散歩ではなくてちょっと探してるんですっていう家族さんの連絡が入ったりするのもやっぱりありますね。そういう時はやはり一緒にヤクルトのスタッフの LINE とかに入れます。その時の様子やら服装やら、そうすぐ発見に力を入れるように心がけてはおりますね。
Kobe Yakult is part of a network of over 600 dementia-friendly businesses across Hyogo Prefecture that help keep an eye on seniors. From workers making daily house calls, to pharmacies, and even supermarkets. While the Yakult Ladies check in on seniors at home, stores like this expand that support network out onto the streets. At this supermarket, every single staff member is trained to recognize signs of dementia. That earned them this sticker certifying them as a dementia-friendly business.
こんにちは、取りましょうか。これで大丈夫です。むなちゃん。
Hello!
じゃあ行きましょうか。
Tell me more about your role here in the supermarket.
私のお仕事は、地域の高齢者の方であったり認知症の方が安心安全にお店を利用していただくことと、普段からこうお話ししているとやっぱり認知症の方もここのお店に来たくなると思うんで。
In case of emergency, what's the protocol that you take on?
日本の警察に認知症の方が登録されてて行方不明っていう連絡があるとお店の方にも連絡することが来ることがありますんで。
Besides having dementia-trained staff, this supermarket is also part of Kobe's Rapid Alert Network. The moment a dementia-registered person is reported missing to the police, an SOS is blasted out to local businesses, volunteers, and neighborhood groups. So more people are on the lookout. 2 hours from Kobe, one city is taking things even further. The city passed a landmark law with a bold promise. Even with dementia, you should still feel safe living here. And if you wonder, the city will look out for you. Obu was the first in Japan to make that promise. One way the city tackles the fear of dementia is by making support highly visible. The orange ring worn by dementia supporters appears as a life-sized monument outside the train station and on buses across the city. All Obu City officials like Yuki Fukaya must earn this orange ring. Can you tell me about Obu's ordinance for dementia?
その陽性者数が非常に多くなっているというところがございます。本市では中学1年生ですねの方皆さんに認知症サポーター養成講座を受講していただくということをしてございます。学齢期のうちにですね認知症に対する正しい知識をつけるというところで、市民全体がですね認知症に対する理解というのを広めていく、そしてこちらが認知症ヘルプマークになります。こちらは本市が作成したマークでございまして、認知症を患っていらっしゃる方ご本人がつけるマークとなっております。オレンジ色で目立つ色になってございます。これをつけている方を見たときにですね、周りの方々が認知症の方だということで、必要に応じてお声掛けをしたりだとか、優しく見守っていただいたりだとか。
Obu City has a population of 93,000, roughly the size of Bishan estate in Singapore. Here, some 27,000 people are trained dementia supporters. That means nearly 1 in 3 people you pass on the street understands the condition. As for those who haven't yet been afflicted by dementia, Obu is already planning ahead. Obu City is home to the National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology. It is one of 6 national research centers in the country dedicated to advanced and specialized medicine. This machine is one of their inventions. It's made for people with mild cognitive impairment, often seen as the stage before dementia. Mild cognitive impairment may be the last window to slow down or prevent dementia, because dementia has no cure. Once it develops from mild, moderate to severe, it can't be reversed. As it progresses, wandering becomes more common. So preventing wandering has to begin before dementia sets in.
じゃあ皆さんやってみましょう。
Hi, let's give this a go. This feels like spin class. Oh, I see math questions. That's where I check out. On top of pedaling the bike, I need to complete a series of puzzles. That's dual task training, where I need to work my body and brain at the same time. The puzzles are actually quite straightforward, but I think it's also the action of you doing something else. So it really is whether you're good at multitasking. How many puzzles do I need to complete?
だいたい10個ぐらいあってですね、だんだん難しくなっていくようになってます。
Are you getting a bit out of breath?
I am not getting out of breath one bit. What are you talking about?
Okay. Finish.
He's like, you're good. You're a good girl. Give me just a moment. I need to breathe. Does using the Cockney bike regularly prevent someone from going out wandering?
運動をするとですね、そういった徘徊を含む、BPSD と呼ばれるさまざまな症状がありますが、そういうのが軽減するということは分かっています。このコグニバイクをするとですね、運動だけするよりも、認知的なタスクを加えた方がまず脳の血流が非常に上昇するということが分かっています。で、あとはですね、運動、特に中強度程度のある程度負荷をかけた運動を、ある程度の長時間やっていただきますと、認知症の予防ですとか、あるいは重症化の抑制、これにつながるんだというふうに思います。
Is this the only example of something you have to prevent dementia?
多面的にいろいろなアプローチを同時並行するというのが現在の認知症予防のですね、取り組みになっています。例えば、食事に気をつけたり、あるいはこういった脳トレのゲームをやったり、あるいは社会的な交流を持ったり、予防の最も大事なのはそういった行動を継続するというのが一番大事になります。もともと私はリハビリテーションを行ってまして、認知症の人のケアをやってました。そのような状況ですとなかなか改善して良くなるということは難しい場合がほとんどです。ですからそうなる前にできることなら予防を達成したい、予防を進めていきたいと、そういう思いからこの研究を推し進めています。
Putting trackers on people with dementia and getting everyone involved all help to make sure that they are able to roam about safely. But the safest missing person case is still the one that never happens. I'm back in Singapore to find out what are the pieces missing from our system. You see, there are dementia-friendly initiatives in Singapore. I'm at Yishun, one of 16 dementia-friendly communities here. In these neighborhoods, HDB blocks are differentiated by distinct colors and mural icons. Block numbers are also painted big and at every corner, so that people with dementia can navigate the area and find their way home. But for someone like my mom, whose dementia is at a moderate stage, these features aren't going to help her much. So if someone like her gets lost, the hope is for a passerby to spot her and bring her to a dementia go-to point. Here, trained staff will help reunite the lost elderly with her family. Across Singapore, there are over 800 dementia go-to points. Supermarkets, malls, and all train stations, as well as bus interchanges, function as such nodes. These go-to points are indicated by posters like these. It's very easy to miss if you ask me. Charlotte Wong is part of the team that came up with these ideas. So for someone who's a caregiver, it does feel like everything falls on the caregiver to make sure that, my loved one doesn't go missing. So what else can Singapore do to lighten this burden?
I would suggest for everybody to actually download Dementia Singapore's Kara app. There's a feature on it where if a loved one happens to wander and you can't find her one day, you can actually post a notification on the Kara app. The other thing that people can do is be aware of where your closest go-to points are.
There are posters for these go-to points, but they are quite small. So do you feel like they are visible enough?
Many of our go-to points are, in fact, all of them are sort of corporate businesses, right? So at the MRT stations, there's not a lot of space to put these decals.
So it seems like there are all these resources and initiatives, but can we be more proactive?
Yeah, I think we are proactive to a certain degree. In a town like this, actually, these dementia-friendly designs, right, are in a way an opportunity for people to also stop and to sort of say, hey, what's this, right? And I think that has happened where it has increased that sort of awareness and that understanding on the ground.
What lessons from Japan can Singapore take realistically? So for example, how they are very proactive with their initiatives, really trying to prevent and slow down dementia, training citizens, training supermarket staff.
I think they look at dementia as a very matter-of-fact thing that will happen. So I think for us in Singapore, that's something that we can work on.
Hi, Mum Ray. Hello.
Hello.
Got you grapes.
Wow, you're
I know. Come, you want a grape? Nice.
I like your mama.
I like you too.
This one,
Yes.
China.
Yes, actually.
This is what?
From China, you're right. For a long time now, I thought keeping my mom safe meant keeping her close. But this journey has made me question that. Because if safety only means shrinking her world, then dementia has taken more from her than it should. What I want now is not just to stop my mom from getting lost. I want her to still be seen, be included, and live with dignity. Maybe that's what Singapore needs. To stop treating dementia only as a crisis to manage, and to start understanding and preparing for it much earlier.